Hello everybody, welcome to another video by Liminal Spaces. So this is just going to be a quick update for the channel. So next week we are tackling Annihilation. Chris read the book, so he's going to do a short review of the book and then a deep dive, and I'm going to go over the film, and also we went and saw the new Alien film. So I'm going to make a video about that. So that should be very fun for next week. Over on Liminal Spaces Talks Music, I'm probably going to do Joy Division Unknown Pleasures. And I'm not sure what album Chris is going to tackle, but he always picks great things, so it should be really good. I've got just a couple of pieces of news for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. First off, it's the 50th anniversary for Dungeons and Dragons. So they are re-releasing the Player's Handbook, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master's Guide. The Player's Handbook comes out on September 3rd in stores, and then on September 17th to buy online, which is a pretty nice thing for Wizards of the Coast to do. It's too bad that we have to point out when they do nice things, because they don't do them very often. But in this case, I think that's a really good move because it helps support the local stores. So if you are interested in picking up a Player's Handbook, I would try to find a local store to buy it at. I'm definitely picking one up. It's a great upgrade, I feel. Lots of really neat changes and additions. It is still 5th edition basic rules, but they've done so much, so it really is worth looking into. Then the Monster Manual, I think the Monster Manual comes out next. That'll be in November, and then the Dungeon Master's Guide should be in January. And they're doing the same thing, where they're giving it to the stores a couple weeks early. Also, because of that, they did a secret layer for Magic the Gathering about Dungeons and Dragons. Now, personally, I don't buy the secret layers. They're probably sold out by now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But on MTG Arena, you can get card sleeves from Baldur's Gate 3 for your Magic the Gathering decks. So that's pretty fun. They've got Karlach sleeves and they've got Asterion sleeves that you can buy now. So that's cool. In other news, Sid Meier's Civilization 7 is coming out in February. I think it's on February 11th. So that's super exciting. I haven't played as much Civilization 6 as I would have liked to have played, but I am looking forward to 7. So Chris sent me some news that they have made a Salem's Lot film. Originally they were going to release it in theaters, but then they decided to put it straight to Max. So it's going to come out on Max sometime in October. And I really do hope that it's good. Salem's Lot was really kind of the first horror story that our family kind of got introduced to, at least from my point of view. My mother read Salem's Lot when we were really young, and we used to live in a basement apartment, and she would talk about how at night when the wind would blow, all of the shrubs that were around the building would scratch on the windows in our basement apartment because, of course, the windows were all ground level. So the bushes would scratch on the window, which would really freak her out, of course, because it's like the vampires floating up to the windows. And then, of course, the TV miniseries came out, and we all got to huddle around and watch that. And it was terrifying for us because we were young kids, right? So it's a super fun thing, and I do hope that the movie's good. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll let you know how that goes, of course. And you should watch it, see what you think. And also, Chris was a guest on another channel. He texted me over the name and everything, so I'm just going to read this to you so that you're aware of what's happening on other channels that Chris was a part of. So he said he was a guest on Daniel Otto Jack Peterson's channel, and they were talking about some R.A. Lafferty stories that they read. And he said it was a very lengthy discussion, so there's going to be a lot of material for this other channel to mine from to come up with some really fun videos. It was an incredible deep dive and also featured Virgil from Literary Books and Richard Rempel from Vintage Sci-Fi. So there was 4 different people there all talking about R.A. Lafferty. So it's should be some really good stuff. I don't know if it's up over there yet. I doubt it. Like I said, it was a lot of material. But I think they'll be able to create some really fun videos from it. And it's definitely worth going over there and checking out when it comes up. All right, so I believe that's about all the news that we have for right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe so you know when we release new content, and have a great day.